I know we all love wearing pull-up stretch jeans, and what's better than making them yourself? Look at this, stretch, elasticated waistband, super comfortable. I'm sharing two today, you'll love them. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and I'm really happy to share with you my new jeans. I have two pairs to share. These are brand new pattern from Love Notions called Crescendo Jeans. They're super good. I'm sure you're gonna love wearing them because they are pull-up, which we all love, with an elasticated waist, meant for stretch woven fabrics. They could be jeans, of course, if you sew them with denim. They have the classic jean look without the complications. So instead of having a zipper, you have a fake fly, which is just top stitched on, which is amazing. You have the typical curved pocket openings on the front, and the best thing about these pockets is that they're extended. So both the lining and the pocket bag are just one extended piece from hip to hip. Gives you really good tummy support in there. I love that. 10 out of 10, the pockets here. And then they're fitted at the waist and hips, and just above the knee, you start having different leg styles. So if you still like skinny jeans, you can do a skinny jean. I prefer the straight leg, which is also included, and then the boot cut is also a classic. And then if you like a flare, you have a flare as well. So 4 leg styles in this pattern, which I think is great value because you can make so many styles with just one pattern. At the back you have a yoke, top stitching, back patch pockets, quite a few fitting features here that are going to help you get something that fits you amazing. I'll talk more about that in the fitting section. Because the Crescendo jeans are a brand new pattern, they're going to be 24% off through next Monday, the 25th of March. Use my affiliate link if you'd like to support my work here. I always try to give you really good practical sewing content to help you put your patterns together. It's a lot of work, so I do make a small commission if you use my link, and that is one of the ways I make an income here on YouTube. I also have a code. I'll leave that code in the description box and the pinned comment that gets you 10% off on top of the sale price. Remember to get them at a lower price during this release week. For fabrics, you want bottom weight stretch wovens. That means that these are fabrics that are just weaved with elastane, spandex or lycra in there. They stretch horizontally, they don't stretch vertically. I would suggest sticking to these types of fabrics. I would not want to make this with a Ponte Roma or a fabric that stretches vertically as well, because it could throw off the fit quite a lot. So I would just really stay with the stretch wovens. You want a bottom weight, heavy-ish, so 10 to 12, 13 ounce weight. That's just going to fit better, feel better, and probably not show your undies, the lines of your undies. You don't want to use lightweight stretch wovens that you might find somewhere like 8 ounce. You probably see everything. The important thing is here that you need 25% stretch horizontally. That is what's going to achieve a really good fit. Remember, these are pull-up. There's some negative V's here, so that stretch has to be there. It's not easy to gauge how much stretch you're going to have just by looking at how much spandex there is in the composition. So hopefully you can choose this in person or buy it from a shop that tells you how much stretch there is. One of mine is a stretch denim, heavy, 13 ounce, really heavy, nice stretch and recovery, just feels amazing. And this is a fabric my husband brought the last time we went to Bolivia, right before the pandemic. They sold really amazing denim over there. My second version is not denim, it's actually a stretch cotton with a lot of texture that you'll see later. I was really fortunate to find this one here in Brazil. When I found it, I loved it because it's red. I love the texture, and I bought a whole bunch of yardage. So I have still some left for other pants, other skirts. Now, one thing I want to mention about the lining that you use for the pocket inside, I suggest you find a lightweight stretch cotton as well, so that it matches the stretch of the garment. I wouldn't suggest you find some lightweight woven with no stretch, because these pockets go from hip to hip and it might compromise the horizontal stretch there on the hips, and they end up being more fitted than you want them to be. So just think about that. Fabrics that are great would be stretch denim, which I guess would be the first choice. Then you have cotton twills, maybe a stretch corduroy would work as well. So just look for something heavyish with the right stretch and the right weight, and you'll be okay. Other than your main fabric, other notions you need are going to be elastic to go into your waistband. It's going to be 2-inch elastic. Try to find the nice sturdy one that doesn't roll, so you don't need to top stitch that waistband. That's all you need. The sizing goes from 32 US up to a 59.5-inch hip, fitted at the waist and hips. At the waist, it's mentioned 0 ease because you're going to regulate that with the elastic. But before the elastic is in the waistband, it's actually going to be a little bit bigger than your waist, but not that much. At the hips, depends on your size, you're going to have negative V's, 1 to 1.5 inches, which I think is great. I think these types of pants should have negative ease for them to look right. Remember, they are stretch wovens. If you have loose stretch woven pants, they end up looking super floppy. I do not like that, so I'm all in for the negative ease here. Then they continue fitted sort of up to above the knee. Then you get different widths for the leg styles. You'll find a chart that shows you exactly what the circumference of the hem is for each style so that you can know. Also, I mentioned there was different fitting features here. On the crotch extension of your pattern, you're going to have an inner line and an outer line. If your bottom is a little bit curvier, then the outer line is going to give you a longer crotch extension. It's probably going to give you a better fit. But if you have a flatter bottom, then you can choose the inner line. What I do is choose the middle. I cut right in between because I would say I have like medium curves. I'm not super curvy, but I'm not super flat. I don't know. That's just what works for me. So I cut right in the middle there to get like a middle ground. And then for height, you have petite, regular, and tall. I'll show you on the screen here what the heights are and what the inseams are. Now for the skinny and the straight leg styles, the hem is meant to be a little bit shorter because of the style. And then for the boot cut and the flares, they're supposed to be a little bit longer because of the style. What did I do? I measured my pieces. All I needed to change was add 1/2 inch to the back rise, tapering to nothing on the sides. This helps a lot because I'm using a toe file that has a longer rise than the other files, so that really helps. And I think it's just going to help you and your particular height as well get a really good fit without much effort. So I think my tweak was quite minimal here. I chose a straight size 16 and mine are an inch shorter than the original inseams because I'm 5'8", but I'm not super tall. I wish I was. I'd love to be 5'10", but hey, we have the height that we were given through genetics, I suppose. And yeah, mine is a little shorter, but that's something that you can always adjust. For sewing, we use a 3/8 seam allowance. I have filmed the whole process, very detailed from start to finish. It's on my Patreon page, but for the channel here, I still have very practical content, just more summarized, general construction. You'll see how easy this is. Remember, I have already shown you how to sew the waistbands. 6 ways to sew waistbands. 2 of the methods there were to sew these 2 jeans that I've sewn here, the Crescendo jeans. So make sure you look at that waistband technique because that video is super complete. It's going to give you a lot of options. This is my stretch cotton. You can see all the texture that we have here, and it's quite stretchy. Vertically, it has no stretch, 0. So I always measure stretch against 4 inches. So I have my cutting mat here, 4 inches. For it to stretch 25%, it would easily have to go to 5 inches when I stretch. So I'm just gonna place this right here on the edge. Here's the 4 inches. So I'm gonna hold it right there at 4 and just see how much it goes. It easily goes to 5 right there. If I'm taking this right here at 4 inches, holding it firm, it easily goes to 5 inches. So it's a good indication that this is going to work. So I'm going to use it. Here is my denim. I'm just going to put it here along this end, hold it tight, grab this at 4 right there and see where it goes to easily. It easily goes to 5. It doesn't really go more than 5. So I can confidently say this has 25% stretch and it's going to work really well. Vertically, it has like a little bit of give. I wouldn't call it stretch, just a little bit of give. Here are the pieces for the Crescendo jeans. Over there, I have the front leg. I've actually got the crotch pinned together because that's going to be one of the first steps there. This here is going to be the pocket opening. This is the pocket bag. You can see it's made out of the same denim. That's going to cover that area there and complete the hip area. And this is going to be the pocket lining. Now you can see that it's one full piece, so it'll go from side to side. These are the hip areas right there, so you can put your hand inside there and it'll give you a really good amount of support for your whole stomach area. I love that. And then this is the back leg. This is the back yoke that will go attached right there. The yoke has a particular shape. There's a longer end. That is the end that goes sewn and completes the back crotch there. And the shorter end is going to be around the hip area. Patch pockets right there. Waistband right there. Inside this waistband is going to be an elastic, and that's all. There's not many pieces really. I'm going to start by putting the front together. That is the crotch curve there. I'm going to sew it and serge it. Then we're going to have a finished extended piece right there, and then I'm going to sew a fake fly right there. I drew my fake fly on the left wear side. I did use a friction pen to mark the 2 lines. They are 1/4 inch apart. There is a template and you just put this on top And then I measured the 1/4 inch from here and drew the second line right there. So it's really clear now. When I have to top stitch, I'll just follow that line and I'll get a really neat result right there. What I've done now is taken the pocket lining and aligned it to the pocket entrance here on both sides. It matches perfectly. I'm doing a few snips in this curved area of the pocket. Now we're just going to flip this to the other side like this. I do want to do some understitching here, push the seam allowance underneath the pocket lining and sew on the edge to keep that in place like that. Then I'm going to come back and top stitch. Now you're just going to take your pocket bag and put it on top, and the sides are going to match, the bottom is going to match. At this point we're going to sew the bottom, and that's what's going to finish the pocket on the bottom. Over here we have overlapping of layers that would flop around if we didn't baste them, so I've just aligned everything and I'm going to do a quick basting stitch right there to hold it in place, and then this can act as one piece. Here are the top of the back legs, and we're going to unite the back yoke pieces. Going to align them right there. This is how they go. This is how the little yoke looks like pinned to the top of the back leg. You can see the little mark, and we're going to get this sewn at 3/8 seam allowance. I'm going to get this edge serged now, cleaned up, and then we're going to do 2 rows of top stitching right here. For edge stitching, for a long time I've been using this presser foot that is a blind hem presser foot with the needle to the left, and I would get the needle in there and then that would give me a really nice edge stitch, but this is not working well. It's a little bit broken, so I'm going to use something else. This is another presser foot. This has an L on it. It's also a type of blind hem presser foot, but different. When you move this, it moves this edge in or out, so you can actually get whatever seam allowance you want, and it's really helpful. I've set it here to about 1/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to do the second row that's on the edge with a different presser foot here. After finishing the top stitching, I've put the 2 pieces together, and now it's time to sew it. I was careful to match up the seam really well, and I'm going to remove that pin at the very last second so that the seams match. I've pushed the seam allowance to the left as 1, as you look at it when you're looking down with the garment right sides up, and I'm top stitching using my 1/4 inch presser foot, and then I'll do the same thing on the edge like everywhere else. Here are the back part of the Crescendo Jeans all done. Pockets, the yoke, the top stitching, this is all done. I'm going to sew the inseam first because I do want to top stitch the inseam, which is pretty traditional in jeans. Okay, this was a super long seam, but nothing hard, sewn and serged. This is where the crotch seams are, and there's quite a few layers here, so I think I'm going to try this with the machine. I have lengthened my stitch length to 3.5, and I might need to hand crank. No, maybe it's okay. Yeah, just test it out because it's many layers there. Now I've pinned the side seams, and I'm going to finish these steps. By the time you're at this stage, you're almost done because all that's left is the waistband, and that is not hard to sew, and then the hem. This was my wearable garment. This is my amazing stretch cotton with texture. You can see the texture there. You can see my fake fly. All the details are not too apparent with this one because they're just red. I wouldn't call these jeans, I would just call them stretch pants. There is my waistband, the pockets. I use the same pocket lining for both of these because it's a stretch cotton, and because it's understitched you can't see anything from the outside, so that's good. I've used the waistband technique shown in the pattern to sew this one, and at the back we have the yoke, the back patch pockets. My patch pockets are about 1/4 inch higher than the marks there. I just figured that out with my wearable muslin. This was my wearable muslin. I had such faith that it was going to be good. I just made it with nice fabric from the get-go. And these are the straight leg style. Here are the pockets inside. They go from side to side, same as the lining. That's why I wanted my lining out of something that stretches as well. And it's just so neat inside. All very good. The waistband. Really love sewing them. They're pretty fast to come together, and they weren't painful to make at all, I promise. I have styled these many ways for you to see them, so let's see these styled a lot of ways. These are my first Crescendo jeans. These are actually my test garment, which turned out perfectly. I was so confident they were going to turn out perfect, so I used nice fabric from the get-go. I made a straight size 16 for both of my versions. These are the straight leg version. There are 4 other leg versions. I have the toe file here. My hem is 1 inch shorter than the original pattern because I'm not that tall. Everything fits so well. There you can see the lovely elasticated waistband, the pockets on the front. The pockets go all across the front from hip to hip and feel amazing on. In this red version, you can't really see that much top stitching, but I have top stitched everything. There's a yoke, there's 2 back patch pockets right there, and they are meant to be fitted at the waist and hips. I am super happy with the fit and the look here. Red pants, I mean, I'm the perfect person to make red pants because I'm actually going to wear them and really enjoy them. I know red pants are not for everyone. There's so many ways I can wear them, and I'm just really happy with everything. They're super comfortable. They go right up, no drama, no zipper, and the fabric stretches with me as I move. Here is a very casual look with a sweater. I think red goes with a lot of colors, but I'm keeping it pretty safe. This grayish tones is super nice, and with platform sneakers, this is a very casual outfit for me at least. But I love the look here of the print with the sweater and the red pants. I think it's really striking, and yeah, they just feel so nice on. I'm really happy. I love the combination of red and blue. This is actually a ready-to-wear top because it's knitted, so yeah, it's very nice with the stripes. I've got navy sandals, something not too casual but not too dressed up, really my style, and the red pants fit right into my wardrobe, and I love how this looks together. Here I've brought out my knit Rhapsody blouse. I know the Rhapsody blouse is for wovens, but I have made one in ITY and I love it. I think you can wear looser styles like this with bottoms that are more fitted. This is a straight leg. It's not a skinny leg. I think this type of leg is really classic. I love how the Rhapsody looks here with the red and the white and the black. It's just such a nice color combination. This is another super casual look that I can't wait to wear in real life. Just a red explosion all over with this red shirt with white stripes. I've got the white sandals and a little sort of silver bag. Really casual, and an outfit I could walk all day in. My husband, my son would find me very easily in this red outfit, and it's just so nice. I love the all red look here. It's totally me. Here I've dressed up my red Crescendo jeans. I've pulled out my Metra blazer, which is super lovely. I've got some lovely heels. This looks really put together and comfortable, so even though it looks like I've made an effort, I'm still very comfortable. I hope you can't hear my neighbor vacuuming his car over there. Here is my second version. These are my actual stretch denim jeans with amazing stretch denim. I love the color. This type of color is really hard to find because it's blue. It's not like the raw type of navy blue that has to lighten up with washes. So it's super soft. This is cotton and spandex. The other pockets, the same type of lining inside. With this one I use the tan type of top stitching thread. I hope you can see my fly there. Super nice. At the back I also did the same thing. I think it's more apparent. I always do the same boring decoration there. I just like keeping this really simple. I'm not into doing designs and things. I'm not talented that way. And these are different only in the fact that they're bootcut, so they're just a little wider over here. I still have the 1-inch hem allowance. What I do different with jeans, and it's just my preference, instead of folding this up twice and having like a narrow hem, which would be 1/2 inch folded twice, I just fold it up once. For me, these are going to be more of a cold weather type of pad because the denim is quite heavy, quite thick. So I was literally peeling them off when I did the styling section for you because it's really, really hot right now. So jeans are more of a winter thing for me over here in Brazil. Although when I used to live in other countries, I was wearing jeans all the time, but it's just different here. This is the inside, the same soft denim there, lining fabric. Everything's super nice. There you can see top stitching of the patch pockets, the yoke. Let's see this one styled quite a few ways as well. Here are my second pair of Crescendo jeans. I've got it paired here with my Lincoln top, also from Love Notions. This one is also a straight size 16. It's just a different leg style this time. In this case, I have the boot cut style on the leg. It's still fitted up to the knee, but it just goes a little wider. Really classic leg style that I'm really a fan of, so I really love it. This blue denim is perfect. I've had it in my stash for so long. It's really heavy. It's about 13 ounce. So these are more of a winter type of pant for me. Comfy waistband that I adapted the method just because the fabric is so heavy. Still looks the same on the outside, it's just sewn in a different way. Comfy pockets there. And with this one I did tan top stitching here that is more traditional with jeans. At the back we have the patch pockets with a very simple design. The only fitting adjustment I made to these jeans was to add 1/2 inch to the back rise there. Minimal, because the toe file really helps you with the fit. I'm very happy about that. There is a closer look at the waistband and the curved pocket opening right there. These pockets are so easy to sew. Everything is so enjoyable. These don't take very long to sew at all. They definitely look harder to make than they really are. It's really worth your time if you make something like this. You feel really happy because you get something amazing that is so comfortable that you're going to wear a lot. Here is my Metro blazer again. This is essentially the exact same outfit I showed you before with the red Crescendo jeans. I've just changed it for the blue ones. It's the same thing, the same level of comfort, and I feel as happy because, you know, I usually like to dress things up rather than dress things down. So this is totally me. I would really love wearing this out in real life, and I can't wait until that happens. Love how it looks here, and because the Metro blazer is shorter, you can really see the pockets and everything at the back. Here is a really casual look with my Lotus top. This is another top from Love Notions with a lot of stripes. It looks really weird on camera. I've got some really comfortable sneakers and I could walk all day in this outfit. I love how jeans can be whatever you want them to be, whether you want to be casual or dressed up. The Lotus top is a little shorter, semi-fitted, but it's not too tight, so I'm quite happy to pair them together. Here's a look for colder weather. I was actually melting while I put this outfit together. I brought out my Whistler sweater in a green sweater knit. It's really cute. Got some beige booties and a bag and a fun scarf. And this is something to wear in a casual way when the weather is cold. You can wear jeans so many ways. I think this sweater wanted to be paired with these jeans. I love them both. This one's still wrong sides out. This one's right sides out. Super enjoyable. Red pants, I mean, red pants and me go hand in hand. I didn't have this style of red pant. I have cargo pants, I have like loose linen red pants, whatever. But this style like this, I didn't have in red, so I'm really happy. And this is just amazing. I finally used this denim that I had in my stash for like, how many years? Since 2020. They finally made up. I have nothing left. I'm just so happy to have them. They're going to be amazing jeans that I'm always going to want to wear because they're so comfortable. I hope you give the Crescendo jeans a go. Remember that they are discounted on the release week that ends next Monday the 25th of March. Grab them for less. Remember to use my link if you enjoyed this content as well. That's all from me, and I'll see you back here with more sewing at Lifting Pins and Needles. Bye.